everyone. My name is Ann and I lost over 100 pounds with intermittent fasting. Today I kind of want to talk about stress eating. That's probably one of the biggest triggers for me is stress. I noticed that when I would get really stressed out, I would run for pizza or potato chips, things that are definitely not on my diet, at least not every day, but that was a huge trigger for me with stress eating. The sugar so much was more of an addiction issue I had with sugar, so I would crave the sugar because of that. But when it came to stress, I wanted the pizzas, I wanted the cheeseburgers, I wanted the salty fries, the crunchy potato chips. And so I started reading on that. Why do I crave these foods? What is making me want these types of food versus grilled chicken? A little bit of mashed potatoes. Why am I craving the high fat, high sodium, high processed foods? Reading on that, it was stress. Stress triggered my cravings. And so I had to kind of work through that. And I thought, okay, so if stress is creating these cravings and making me run to order a pizza, order cheese sticks, eat anything salty, crunchy, full of fat, it's delicious, don't get me wrong, but it's not always healthy when you eat that every single day, every single meal. Like I said, it's always about moderation. I thought, okay, so I need to redirect the way that I am responding to the stress. That was going to be the key. So how am I going to respond to the stress in my career, in my life, in my house? I have several dogs, in my house, and I still have a couple grown children there. They're young adults, and of course my husband. So my house can be stressful. A lot of moving parts, dogs got to go out, dogs got to be fed, I go grocery shop and I, do dishes. And so just life and just being, a mom and running a household can be stressful. And then of course I'm also a business owner. So, I own a brokerage and I manage other agents. And so that can be stressful too. I also am a real estate agent. So I not only own a brokerage and help other realtors, I actually help buyers and sellers. So I have many areas in my life that can become very stressful and very hectic. So I needed to find a way to redirect that stress and not run for food as a release for that stress. So what did I choose to do? Well, the first thing that I choose to do is recognize it. Recognize that, hey, I want to order a pizza today. Well, why? Well, I had a rough day. Deal didn't go through, didn't get an offer accepted. Maybe my agent had a little bit of issue with their client and I had to kind of navigate and work them through it. Maybe my house, is a mess and I haven't gotten to dishes and I haven't gotten to my laundry and that's got me stressed out. Just things, everyday things can stress you out. I did start to stop, take a pause, and ask myself, well, why do you want that? You just ate, 5-6 hours ago, and you're not hungry. Your body has food in it. So why do you want, to order a pizza at 8 o'clock at night? And I started to notice when I was almost wanting to binge eat. So I think noticing it, recognizing it, and accepting it was a big thing for me. And then, kind of working through, grab your water, drink your water, redirect that, read an article on just anything, read an article on gardening, just kind of get your mind not focused on the food, not focused on the stress, but kind of take yourself out of there, because it's okay to take an hour or two a day and decompress, as long as you're not decompressing with food. Take your dog for a walk, go sit outside for 20 minutes, meditate, write it down. Hey, I had a bad day today. This day sucked. And this is why it sucked, and kind of work through a problem, with your pen and paper instead of with your fork. That actually was almost life-changing for me when I started to recognize what triggered my eating, what triggered my cravings. And so now I look at food kind of different. I look at it as nourishment. You don't need to eat to be healthy. And I know that sounds funny, but you don't need to eat 3 to 4 meals a day and snacks to be healthy. No, you can eat a meal a day. You can eat 2 small meals a day. So I had to kind of learn that behavior and not, when I have a bad day, grab pizza. Another trigger of mine was just being lazy. I don't want to cook. Pizza's so easy. I'll just order it and drive through the drive-thru and grab it. Same thing with burgers and fries. And I had to recognize that too, that I was being lazy. I was not putting the thought thought into what foods am I getting ready to order for me and for my family. And so then I started to change my behavior on how I would order food. My family would say, I'm hungry. You know, we always ate pizza on Friday nights. Even as a teenager, my parents would order us pizza every Friday night. And we always looked forward to it, and that was fine. And, you know, my dad didn't over order. He ordered one pizza. We shared it as a family, and that was it. So he didn't allow us to order 2-3 pizzas and cheese sticks and wings. My dad was not like that. He was military, and, you know, this was your treat. You got a couple slices, you're good to go, girl. And so, you know, and I didn't take that behavior. I kind of went to the extreme with it. Oh, it's pizza night. Let's eat. And so, so now I think about that. Okay, so it's been pressed for time today. I'm not going to have time to go home and cook a meal in order to stay within my eating window, because again, I'm still fasting. So what can I choose to pick up that's healthy? It's not going to be burgers and fries. It's not going to be a pizza. So let's look at a sub sandwich, a really good grilled chicken salad from Wendy's. So then I had to start thinking about that. What is on a restaurant's menu that's going to work within my diet, within my calories, and it's going to be healthier, and it's not going to cause me to gain weight. So that's kind of my take on my stress eating and kind of how I reacted to it, and then how I try to problem solve when I do get a stressful day and I want to run for that pizza, those potato chips, because that seems to be my go-to. I want something crunchy. I want something salty. You know, with the pizza, I don't know what it is about pizza, but I'm absolutely addicted to pizza. So I have to be very, very careful. Now, if I give into that addiction of my pizza, I have changed the way that I eat the pizza. I only eat thin crust. Only. I don't eat pan pizza anymore like I used to. I only eat thin crust pizza, and the meats that I put on it, I'm very careful. I do not order sausage anymore. I love sausage, but man, is it high in fat and calories. So now I may choose to get a chicken pizza with vegetables, which is a pretty good choice. I may choose not to have the tomato sauce on it, which is a little bit of sugar, so I'm taking that off there. Maybe add a little bit of oil or something. When I do cave into that particular craving, I do try to make it at least a little bit better choice. And then, of course, potato chips, I don't even buy them. I really don't buy them. If I'm going through grabbing a sub, they said, do you want to add chips or soda? No, just give me the sub. I'm good. I do try to make sure that the sub doesn't have a lot of bread. You know, I pack it full of the vegetables that they offer me. And then I just try to either get a wrap, or if I do have the bread, it's maybe once every 3 or 4 weeks that I'll eat a sub with the actual sub bread to it. So that's just kind of how I deal with it. And sugar is, I can kind of lick sugar. Every once in a while I do crave to have something sweet. And like I said, I don't think that is a stress trigger as much as I think it's just a sugar addiction. I mean, our bodies just want sugar, and the one organ that craves sugar, that needs sugar, is your brain. So of course, when that craving kicks in, that's a really strong craving, because that's your brain saying, I want sugar. And it's really the only organ in your body that kind of needs a little bit of sugar, but not a lot. Not what you think. Don't go eating a candy bar because you think your brain needs it. It's not like that at all. So I just kind of think about, okay, why am I craving this? And how do I work around this? And then I just kind of go from there. And it's kind of helped me. It really has. It's kind of helped me. And I hope that I have learned some good lifestyle lessons with the fasting. Because I'll tell you, when you're not eating, your body feels totally different than when you've just eaten. And it sounds funny, but once you get into intermittent fasting, you'll understand. Right now I'm at about 20 hours, I think. I haven't eaten in about 20 hours. I did have my morning coffee as usual. But my body feels really good right now, you know, being about 20 hours in. And then once I go eat lunch, my body's going to feel different. I really do slow down when I eat, whether I'm eating a high protein, lower carb lunch, or I eat something with a little bit of carbs. Your body does respond to foods. And so I've kind of learned, how do I want to feel? Do I want to feel crappy? Then eat crappy food, Ann. Do I want to feel good? Then eat good food. So that's just kind of my take on the stress eating and how my body responds to stress, and how I kind of navigate and work through that stress without going to the food to relieve it. But that's my video for today. Hopefully that's helpful. If you like what you've heard today, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Share it out. You know, if you think somebody will benefit from just my opinions. Like I said, this is just kind of what I've noticed the last 3 years being on this intermittent fasting journey. But, just send my video out. Let people know about me. You all have a good Sunday, and I am off to the next video.